Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you an uncommon engine problem that leaves a lot of people scratching their heads, much like the owner of this 76 Ford Ranchero. Now, the owner of this car was driving down the interstate to work, where we both work. It had died on him in front of the shop, backfiring through the carburetor. Seemed like a timing issue. When we went out there, he'd ran the car a little low on oil, about 2 quarts, which is more than you should, but still had oil in it. But loosened the timing tab, advanced the distributor quite a bit, tightened it back down, started up, started and idled just fine. So it seemed like at the time the distributor loosened off and backed off and was out of time. So we got it running just by advancing the distributor. He drove around the block, exact same thing happened. So at this point, I'm wondering what happened. So I went over to the car, popped the hood, and tried advancing and retarding the timing while he was trying to crank it over, and we get the same thing every time. Now the distributor had not been out yet, so it seemed like it jumped time. So I pulled the distributor, advanced the rotor a little bit, dropped it back in. No change. Changed the vacuum on the carburetor to the modulator. No change. So the next step was to let's just redo the timing altogether. So we set it back to top dead center number 1. Now, and this is where I found the problem. I pulled the distributor, but the distributor gears looked alright, just a little wear here, not bad. It wasn't until I tried to drop the distributor back in, I noticed an issue. It was not dropping back in. And usually it might be the oil pump, little shaft in there that connects to the distributor turning. So I turned it a few times, and when I looked down in there, I saw the problem. And the problem was actually the cam. Now hopefully you guys may be able to see this. If not, I apologize. But down in there, the cam teeth are actually worn on a few teeth. Now, with the worn places on the teeth on the cam, what's happening is as your distributor is turning, each teeth fail to make contact. Well, with a few teeth gone and a few worn, it's actually causing it to skip. So as it's running, it's getting further and further out of time. And there are several things that can cause that. One, it could be running the wrong gear on the distributor. It could be the fact that he had ran it low on oil. And there's a few other things. Could have got something in there, torn the teeth off, anything like that. Now this guy bought this motor to put in this car. It's supposed to come out of a truck. The guy told him it only had 30,000 original miles on it. So he basically just threw it in here and went. And his previous mechanic put this HEI in it. Now, of course, as I stated earlier, you can have a soft gear and teeth on one side, hardened teeth on the other side, and it can do that. Which maybe explain why the teeth on this are actually not really worn. The cam could have been bad from the beginning. Could have had a few cracks from production many years ago if that was the original cam. Who knows until we really dig into this. But unfortunately at this part, in order to fix this, we'll need to pull the motor. And that will be something to check. If some of you are having this problem where no matter what you do and you try to set it in time and it always jumps out of time on you, and you probably check the timing chain, you checked other things. One thing to check real quick is if you can see down the distributor hole and see the cam gears back there for the distributor, just kind of rotate it over, make sure everything's good and all that. I hope this information helps some of you out, and thanks for watching.